Okay, for the dummies who said it is public knowledge or the public has the right to see and to know when social services came to the Whitaker's house. This again proves, and see, y'all be just talking. I showed either a video of people saying two different things. I showed comments that they left a message. Well, I'm showing you this. That's called transparency. Not just getting up there and saying this or saying somebody heard from this person and this person, you think they telling the truth. That ain't nothing, man, but word of mouth. And, you know, like the saying says, I believe nothing I hear and half what I see. Y'all check this out. No other person cannot call the Department of Social Services and ask them if they went to your house and be told they did. Social service agencies such as Child Protective Services or equivalent child welfare agencies keep information about investigations confidential to protect the identity of reporters and integrity of the investigation. Only the person being investigated or a legal representative has the right to inquire about the investigation, and even then, the information provided might be limited. Okay, this is social services. Anything equal to protective services. And when you have handicapped adults, they fall under the same thing as Child Protective Services. They are an equal agency. So why you can't get information from a third party? Confidentiality. Investigative integrity. Privacy rights. You have a right to privacy regarding your family matters, and the confidentiality rules are in place to prevent the spread of sensitive information about your family. So no, guess what? Y'all that says that you know all about how the Whitakers are being taken care of and they're together, you're dead wrong. You don't know. Y'all don't know. And for y'all to keep saying that they've been out the house several times, it's documented. Yeah, you right, it's documented, but not for y'all to know. None of y'all know. Period. And again, I say this. If they've been out there before, especially numerous times, like Eric says, they would have condemned that house. All this about they didn't see the pipe, they're not going to miss that pipe every time. You don't think them people know about what area you live in and if they're able to get septic tanks and all that? These people do it for a living, man. It's their job. If they leave that house, knowing dang well there's a possibility that there's no well there, there's not no sewage there, and they miss a pipe and something happens, they could get criminal charges pressed on them. So they're going to do their job thoroughly. And see, the whole thing about Eric going down there behind Betty's back, and he did it 3 times until he came up with the allegations, because they told him you got to have abuse allegations or something like that. But finally he come up with, guess what? They'll believe that BJ hit him, but BJ's a bad character. She just got locked up. So let me use BJ. Bro, like, I don't know where y'all from, but I saw this a mile away. Y'all can look at my video way back when I first saw it. I peeped the game. And what's funny is, everything I said happened. It happened. You know, so call it luck or call it, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but ironically I predicted it, so I must know something. And now I'm telling y'all, quit lying and telling folks Y'all know about the Whitakers. Y'all don't know nothing about the Whitakers. Period. Betty can't find out. They can't. Because she's not a little guardian no more. The state has taken guardianship from them. So therefore, only way that she can find anything out about them is go through a judge and get guardianship back. That's all. That's all you can do. Then you get information. But until you file for guardianship and get awarded by a judge, you ain't gonna find nothing out. You ain't gonna find out where they at. You ain't gonna find out nothing. Nothing. It's illegal. So, quit spreading that lie for all your pro-Erics. See, I tell it like it is. You know, what you can do, let me tell you this, is Eric, since you don't want to, or you figure like you can't do it, you don't want to do it, which I know you don't want to, but Patrick, maybe y'all could help, I don't know, but look, contact the agency directly. If you believe a social service agency has been to your house, you should contact them directly to inquire about the situation. They will inform you that they can't disclose the reason for a visit to a third party, but they will tell you if you are the subject of a report. So, all they want to tell Betty is the allegations against her or against BJ. Allegation against her against BJ. So they tell her what allegations are, and okay, we have one particular person that is so pro-Eric that even when you present her with evidence of things Eric has said, but has totally went against what he said, she still refuses to admit Eric has done no wrong. So, by her and the other little cheerleaders and groupies of Eric Carroll, I tell you what, they're going to end up getting him a federal investigation started. You say, what do you mean federal? Well, listen to this. When you cross state lines with the intent to commit fraud, that is a federal offense. However, Patrick has not committed no federal offense, yet he has committed state or county jurisdiction against him. But, and I would be reaching out to him too. However, I'm reaching out to FBI first, and I'm going to present the motive and what the length that Eric has went through to get the money from the Whitakers. So, start with this. He's sitting at home, contacts Patrick the whole time with the idea and the motive to make content of the Whitakers follow the roadmap of Mark later with a few changes. And this is so easy to see. Imagine when the FBI gets a hold of it. If I could break it down like this, imagine what the FBI does. So, first thing he says is, you know what? Mark made all that money and he only come down every now and then. And he made over $150,000. How do we know? Because Mark, unlike Eric and Patrick, showed what he made. Yeah, he showed it. For all y'all that said Mark took advantage of whatever, well, y'all can say what y'all want. At least he showed what he made. And guess what? He showed what he sent to the Whitakers. Why he do that? Because he knows that he could get in trouble for wire fraud. See, Patrick he just don't care. He knows better. Patrick knows better. Eric, he thinks he's smarter than the system. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else. But he's not. I'm about to break down the whole map of what he did. And it's going to make so much sense. But guess what? Wait till the FBI gets a hold of this, y'all. So, he's sitting at home thinking about, wow, I can make a lot of money if I just go down there and make content and stay down there, and in 2 or 3 months I can hit them hard and make what I need to do whatever I want with it. Now I don't know what he decided to do with his $100,000+. I think he wants to buy a promotion and build up Dad Talk because it's a failing channel. It sucks. The reason why? $1 million ain't gonna help him do that, because a liar will not succeed. He can't help dads when he's a deadbeat dad. But anyway, allegedly. So he comes up with a plan to reach out to Patrick. Some of y'all might say, oh, well, Patrick reached out to him first. No, he didn't. No, he did not. And see, Patrick proved that. FBI can find out, because guess what? They can't erase it. FBI can go in that computer and find out everything that message they sent. Because they surely ain't smart enough to erase everything like Brian Goldberger did. So he reaches out to Patrick, and he's sitting and waiting, sweating bullets. And after about a month or whatever, Patrick sitting around, money getting tight, and he's thinking, man, if I could just have somebody that knows about this internet YouTube thing, I'm sitting on a gold mine. I could really make some big money for me and the Whitakers. The Whitakers, they don't need much money. I just spend time with them, take care of Timmy, and give them a little money here and there. They get SSI, bam, they be good. While I do that, I can let Timmy tag along with me, make content. That's money in the pocket every time he's with me. I could, brand this big old t-shirt and apparel thing with, Timmy and me, and, do Timmy talk, and it's all about Timmy and the Benjamin. Timmy's gonna make the Benjamins. And it's not a bad idea. And I really believe Patrick didn't have bad intent at heart. He didn't. Patrick's problem is he's gullible. Patrick is gullible. That's why he couldn't. He started a channel and a GoFundMe, to help them, but to make his pockets fatter, just like they did. Everything I'm saying, they already did. They made their pockets fatter, and the Whitakers didn't get nothing. Very little. That's proof. That's facts. Okay, so he reached out. He said, you know what, Eric? This guy Eric reached out to me. He investigated. He looked into him. Dad Talk. Bam. He got his own channel. He's thinking he probably do pretty good if he has some good content. Bingo. I got the content. He's got the brains. Perfect team. Perfect, right? Okay, that's what they thought. But really, both dummies. So, he reached back out to Eric. Now, Eric is ecstatic. He's ecstatic. He's saying, I got him on the hook. West Virginia, everybody thinks West Virginia people are dumb, hillbillies. All of like the Whitaker, they think. But they're not. A lot of smart people in West Virginia. It just ain't Patrick. So, they get to talking. Patrick kind of skeptical because Eric's talking in a way that he can't help but, You know, he wants you to trust him with everything, run everything. You just sit back, I control the ship, you ain't gotta do nothing. And then when you don't do nothing, he gonna expose you. Yeah, But anyway, so Patrick, he agrees, okay. What Patrick messed up is, I don't think they did. Patrick should have he should have signed, he should have drew up a contract, but Patrick ain't that smart. He drew up a contract and had the Whitakers and be the spokesperson for the Whitakers and negotiate on their behalf, get it notarized and signed. He could have made a contract with Eric to keep Eric from running off. If Eric would have ran off, regardless if he could have controlled the channels and all that. It was called breach of contract. And guess what? He would have took that to the police, they would have locked him up right then and there. But he didn't. He's a dummy. So, what he did, they got together. He invited Eric down there. Of course, Eric, right when he talked to him, when can I go down? Let's go now. Let's start making this thing. And if y'all don't believe me, there's a text that between them two where they talking about either the money or the subs, 76,000, it'd be 80,000, all this stuff, or it'd be 76,000. I think they talking about subs because they only got 80,000 subscribers, and the more subscribers, the more money you get, you'll get monetized and all that. That's what I'm thinking. But either way, money or subs, it don't matter, because subs is money. So he comes down one weekend, start out just a weekend. They're making content, and because Soft White Underbelly first planted the seed of the Whitakers, everybody are wondering what the Whitakers are doing. So anybody that had common sense, that shows you how dumb Patrick is. They could have blew up easily with the Whitakers. But Patrick is so damn dumb that the channel really wasn't doing anything. Because he don't know how to, reply back to people that, engagement is big when you want to blow up a channel. When people comment, you're supposed to reply back on the keyboard. Don't just talk on live. Comment back. And guess what? I'm going to give y'all a little bit of advice. A little secret. Whenever you have haters or people that want to bash you, let them bash you with replies and comments. Because guess what? It blows up your attention on your channel, your impressions and stuff. Yeah, it blows it up. So it makes it stronger. So welcome all the haters. Let them come bash you. That's why Charleston White blew up so much, because he had more haters than he had people that supported him at first. And they just blew him up at something crazy. All for haters. So he go down and start making comments. They blowing up. Channel doing good. Alright. So it's going a little faster than they thought. Now Eric says, you know what? Oh, let me back up. For all this, and it might have been Eric by himself, but we didn't hear nothing about this until the live. Eric was by himself. But he told Patrick to get rid of the GoFundMe. You know why? Because on GoFundMe, if you got something for a house or the Whitakers, and then donations go into that GoFundMe, and the Whitakers get nothing, they go to the police and say, hey, I didn't get none of this GoFundMe. Guess what? You in trouble for wire fraud, because you did not give the money to the people that you told everybody on the internet what you was going to do with them donations. So everybody donated with that intention that you're going to do what you say. And guess what? Eric is the number one worst when it comes to doing what he says. He don't do it. So he said, we got to get rid of GoFundMe. And what he does, he bashes Mark. I gave a video out there for y'all who says, I'm just talking crap, I don't know what I'm talking about, I ain't got no proof. Everything I say, there's videos on. I done posted a video with Mark showing everywhere he sent money to the Whitakers. He shows how much the channel made, the analytics. Those two things we are yet to see from Patrick or Eric. They have never showed us the analytics or what it's made. So that tells me both of them are just as guilty. Because if Patrick was good, he would show us if he's trying to do right. If Eric had good intentions, he would show us. But nobody's showing because they really don't want us to know how much. They made over $100,000, I guarantee you, off of YouTube alone. So anything they show on messages and text, that's just a drop in the dime. That's just a little drop in the bucket. That's a smoke screen, y'all. That's for them to be able to say, oh, they must be being transparent because they telling us. Man, listen, that's just like cartel at 10 keys get knocked off so 100 gets through. That's what happened. They made over $100,000. All they showing you that, okay, they might have kept 5,000 or 6,000 over the Whitakers. Okay, my bad. Blahgy blahgy. If I got to pay it back, I'll pay that back. No, buddy. I ain't falling for that. The FBI is not neither. They're going to see what them channels made on all them platforms. And see, that's why Patrick don't want to do with it. Because he already knows it's something would hit the fan. And he better, because I'm calling the FBI myself today. I gave Eric Carroll 24 hours to tell the people what he made and where he sent that money. And he ain't do it. So I'm calling the FBI. I'm showing him. I'm reporting him like he falsely reported BJ. But I ain't falsely reporting. I'm going to lay out the thing for the FBI. And then they going to take it over from there. Because they love to get people that think they know what they think they smarter than them. The FBI going to eat him up, spit him out. So, he got Patrick to get rid of GoFundMe. Now, he took control of the channels, the platforms. He took control. Even if he says, all right, Patrick, you be in control of it. You know more about monetization. So, he set it up where that money is going to his account or account that he's got control of. Him, not nobody else. So, now, Eric don't care. Monetize, it's all going to his account. So, he just got to sit back and enjoy it. And that's what he does. He starts sitting back and enjoy it. But what he don't realize is BJ, she ain't went nowhere. She's still there. And she's got some sense. More than that, she's a drug addict with a lot of sense. So he's got to get rid of her. Sure does. How's he gonna get rid of her? Let me talk Betty into get rid of her. Because I could talk Betty into that because, Betty a lie. Just like they talked Betty into lying to Mark about Larry dying and, even when Mark called Betty and asked why he told this guy about him not giving him money and he says, who? I don't know, so-and-so. And there's a video with them two talking. So Betty lies, and that's nothing the FBI going to see. They're going to see she lies so much. She's a compulsive liar that she don't even know what the truth is. And there would have been nothing for Eric to get her to lie and say BJ hit Timmy in the head. Guess what? Now her alibi, her witness credibility is thrown out the window. She has none. We could all show proof of her lying. She got no credibility. So guess what? And the accusation from her ain't nothing. They're no good. Okay, the second accusation you got is Timmy. Okay, then they're gonna say, okay, Timmy. How easy can Timmy be persuaded and manipulated? Well, let's see. First, Timmy can't really communicate and is skeptical what he's saying, and the FBI is not going to rely on Betty or Eric or nobody to say what Timmy's saying. They're going to have a professional that works with the FBI, with people with handicaps like that, and they're going to work with him. And even with them, they're going to show him, ask him a bunch of different type of questions, and they're going to try to trick him up on purpose, because if they can, then his credibility ain't no good. That's what they do. See, they're not going to him and necessarily want the truth. They're going to go to him and see if they could get him to lie. If they can trip him up and get him to lie, guess what? His credibility is no good neither. So now, guess what? You got nothing on BJ. Nothing whatsoever. Okay. Now you got a nasty house, condemned house. But guess what? You got no abuse allegations. So the Whitakers get a new place to stay, and I believe Patrick will help them, especially when he's about to be in his trouble. Give him a place to stay, and they coming back home. Yes. When I get done with Eric, with the FBI, BJ is going to be exonerated, and then they're coming back home. I just need y'all to boost this video, get it in algorithm, get it go viral, and let's put Eric and Patrick in jail where they belong. So now, where we at? Okay. So now Eric has to figure out, so he's got content going. He's in control of the page now. Remember? He's in control of the page. Patrick let him. They said that. They said out of their own mouth. Every time we see Eric posting, he's on Whitaker family. That's the main thing. He's posting. Okay. Well, Patrick's getting upset because Eric is stealing Timmy time from him. So Timmy is taking money out of Patrick's mouth, because see, they didn't do no, in my heart, my belief, they didn't set it up where they split it off thing, where they might have split the Whitaker family channel, but then they had their Facebook channels and all that. Regardless, Patrick, he is, well, both of them greedy, but he was getting jealous that Eric's pages were blowing up. Sure was, they were blowing up, because he knew how to promote more. So Eric is keeping Timmy. Patrick's starting to throw a fit. Alright, so Eric decides, okay, what, I need to go ahead and get Timmy for myself all the time, so I can go ahead and do the thing my way, get Patrick out of the way. I could even adopt Timmy, yes, because if I get Patrick out of the way, I could buy the Whitakers. They'll do what I say for money. Well, it's not that easy, because the Whitakers really love Patrick. So what he does, and see, that's another thing, Patrick is going to concerts and doing all this, because we heard Eric say everything about what Patrick didn't do to help. Eric said it all. He said he had to do everything. Now, we don't know what the truth is. We ain't had Patrick say. But Eric said that he done everything. Patrick should have been at the hospital with Ray instead of that concert. Well, I could be wrong, but usually concerts, you go to a doctor and then go to the concert later. Now, I don't know if they had to go out of town and, they had a lot of traveling time. I don't know. But I know I could take somebody to the doctor early and then go to the concert usually at nighttime. So I don't know how that ran into each other. But anyway, I can see Patrick doing that though, being irresponsible like that. Because really, they focused on Timmy. And their excuse was Ray's a handful and, he's hard to handle. But see, they already told us why they really didn't want Ray. It's because he was dirty. So I don't know how they put him in his truck, in their trucks, and ride him around. They must have washed him, or they made somebody wash him. I don't know if it's Larry or Betty, I don't know. But they give Larry and Betty all this problems and all that. And I'm gonna tell you, especially Betty. Man, Betty has done a lot in the last 40, 50 years with them handicapped siblings and nephews. Man, she deserves, even though she lies, she really deserves a break. Okay, so he's got to get rid of Patrick. Alright, well, it's not that easy now. So, and also, he got to get rid of BJ, because BJ caused a problem last time, and she's going to do it again. Well, Eric wants Timmy, and you know what? The house is dirty, and BJ just got busted by the police, so this is a perfect time. So what he does, he goes down to Adult Protective Services himself. He even admitted it. I'll break it down and show you. He went down himself to start a claim. Hold on one second. Alright, it says, if allegations of abuse are made against you for your handicapped siblings, the relevant agency will first investigate to determine if the allegations are substantiated, and they will not remove your siblings from your custody without a court order unless there is immediate danger to their safety. So, he's trying to tell them the dirty house and all this, but it's not imminent danger. So, okay, y'all. So, can't remember where I was at, but he had to get rid of Patrick and BJ. Alright? And see, Patrick didn't know he was going down there to, after they evicted, they got the eviction for BJ, it didn't work. She kept going down there. That's a proven fact. She kept going down there. So, he was like, we got to do something else. This ain't working. We have got to get her gone. She's already been locked up, so it'd be easy to get her locked up, and people was going to believe me over her any day. Especially if I get Betty on my side. And that's easy for a con artist to get Betty, because Betty is she's going to lie for anybody who asks the question. She has shown proof of that over and over and over. So, and if y'all can't admit, y'all, the ones that believe in Eric and even Patrick, if y'all cannot admit that Betty will lie, then y'all are just being y'all are being unbiased towards anybody else. And Eric and Patrick can't do no wrong, no matter what, because everybody knows it's documented that Betty has lied over and over and over. Okay, so, alright, so, with that being said, we know Betty's a liar, okay? So, not saying the allegations to BJ is even right or wrong. I don't really know. Nobody really knows except for Eric and Betty and them, okay? So, y'all just at least got to agree with me that nobody knows outside of Eric, Patrick, and the Whitakers know that BJ hit Timmy. We don't know that. Alright? I can show you proof, strong evidence of allegations, of proof of lies, that it's a big possibility that lies contributed to the protection order that Eric sought out. And we know Eric sought it out because Eric said that he went down there behind Betty's back to do it. He even said, okay, maybe I was wrong for doing that, but I'm sorry. You know what? I could not. If that's wrong, then you're not got to be wrong, because I can't sit there and watch Timmy go through the field and get beat on. I'm not doing to let nobody get beat on. He kept flipping the thing around, and BJ was a perfect scapegoat. So, Patrick didn't know that. Because Patrick, one thing he would never done, he would have never had anything to do with putting BJ in jail for false allegations. Something he don't know for sure. He wouldn't have done it because he knows that's Larry's daughter. And Betty is Larry's sister. They're going to stick together. It's got to be concrete facts that BJ has put her hands on them people. Alright? But with Adult Protective Services, it don't take concrete facts. All it takes is a little bit of allegations by one or two people, and that's a wrap. They will come and get you. They will come and get the kids. They'll run an investigation, and when they ran that investigation, they saw the filth in that house. And Eric already told them about the sewer. He already told them. Because you remember when he said he went down there, okay? So we know that. Well, it says right here, initial contact within 3 to 7 days, and completion within 30 to 45 days. So that makes sense with the 3 to 7 days, because he went down there, you remember? 3 days straight. Y'all remember that? Well, they was doing an investigation. And guess what? The social services didn't come to tell Betty that that Eric is trying to help. And build a house. They don't do stuff. They got too much worry about to get between people's he say, she say, and bickering, and just they're not coming down there just to tell Betty, some old woman, that lay off of Eric, quit giving him a hard time. He ain't doing that. He gonna build a house. No, that ain't how they work, man. That ain't how they work. If y'all think it work like that, y'all don't know nothing. But it makes more sense that it takes three. You can read it right here. 3 to 7 days for the initial contact. God dang. For the initial contact to I'm sorry, I got a bunch of college kids. Initial contact, and then the whole investigation, the completion of that would be 30, 45 days. Y'all reading it. So that makes sense, don't it, that it took him 3 days to get that initial investigation going. And he already got it going by the house and all that. He just needed imminent danger. That's the only way. Without a court order, they already got the eviction notice. Alright, so now you got somebody evicted coming up there. Now the allegation of abuse. So what they'll do is he'll get Betty to lie for him, like everybody else lied about her own brother died. So if they'll do that, she'll lie about anything. So therefore, now you got, and it's easy just to act like Timmy said that somebody hit him in the head, because yeah, you can easily manipulate that. If you don't think so, you just dumb as a box of rocks. So now he got his 2 people. All right. Well, guess what? When the FBI gets involved, they are going to pick them apart. First thing they're going to do is see the motive. Okay? But I'm going to hold up on that before I scare you. Alright? So now, he got Protective Services. He thinks he's going to get Timmy, is what he thinks. Because he selling this. He's just Mr. Dad Talk, and he does all good. That's why he'll lay in the... Oh, is that one way? Yeah. He was laying the groundwork, y'all. And for about how much he helps people. Man, look at his show. He don't help, man. He don't be helping a bunch of people. And his channel is not that big. He ain't got a big platform like that, man. So, he's not Mr. Successful by no means. He even admitted he lived check to check. And that he used his money that he don't like to use in case his daughters get sick to buy the air conditioner or whatever, a little $200 air conditioner. So that's proof that, you know what, his motive is money. He needs money. So now that the Protective Service coming in here, they done took their money-making content, and now they shook up. So he got to say, you know what? Oh my God, the content's gone. No more making new content. I can't split this money. The money that we got, and whatever little bit of views while it's hot coming in, that's it. So guess what? I better find a way to get rid of Patrick. How can I do that? Well, guess what? I'm gonna make allegations of him tearing up an Airbnb and say I got pictures of it all. He said he got pictures of it and all this. Did y'all see pictures? Nobody see no pictures of no Airbnb. So is that not another lie? Because to me it's a lie if he says he has them but he don't want to show them. To me that's a lie. You just putting out narratives out there with nothing to back it up. You got no proof to back up that evidence. So, in my eyes, Eric can't do that. Alright. Secondly is, he put out there about Patrick got this thick rap sheet, this long and all this. And now y'all running around talking about, oh, he's got a big criminal record. Y'all saying that just because Eric said that. Well, guess what? Eric threw a stack of papers up there like it's his rap sheet. But guess what? He ain't showed no charges on there. He didn't flip it around. You know why? Because that wasn't a rap sheet. Don't you know if that was a rap sheet, he would have flipped that thing. He'd been proud to flip it around to show something. He'd been proud. But he couldn't because he was capping. He was lying. Just like he said, I keep all my receipts in the wallet. You remember that? But guess what? When it's time to show where the money went and all this, guess what he did? He had a notebook paper with some numbers scribbled on it. Who in the hell writes down scribbled numbers on a notebook paper when they can show receipts? Nobody. Only a liar will sit there and do what he does. If you got a rap sheet, you're going to show it. If you got receipts, you're going to show them. Okay, so he's responsible. If y'all don't agree that he's responsible, I done showed you right here. It say 3 to 7 days for initial contact for investigation. It took him 3 days. He even said that. All right, he went back and back 3 days in a row. All right, and he came down to get that ball rolling when he wasn't even invited. Y'all say, oh, Larry said this or Betty said that, but guess what? We ain't heard that on the social media platforms. We never heard that. He has shown no proof of that. It's just his lying words. And he admitted that nobody would pick up the phone for him. And he was blaming it on BJ. BJ was bullying them so bad that I had to hurry him come down there because she wouldn't let them call me and all this. And he got Betty to lie again about the phone and all that, because he keep telling her there's a lot of money coming in. Only gave her $250 out of all that money they made. He showed the proof of that. So if y'all don't believe that, y'all got to take that over there. So thousands of dollars, they got $250 worth. Okay. Y'all say, well, he took them bowling and all that, but guess what? He took it out of their money, so he ain't take them nowhere. All right. So now we got they're gone. The content's gone. The family split up. You got Patrick and him falling out. He bashing the hell out of Patrick. And I give it to Patrick now. Patrick's scumbag, but I will give it to him. He didn't too much get on social media and bash Eric. I mean, y'all gotta admit that one now. Alright, so Patrick didn't, too much bash that boy. Better him than me, I would have bashed the hell out of Eric. I would have said all about his daughter, that he abandoned his ex-wife when she was 8 months pregnant. I would have said all of that. And y'all can look it up. Her fake profile is Sarah Hill. I think that's it, on Facebook. Read her post. Yeah, she tells y'all about the real Eric. Yeah, not the lying Eric that y'all know and y'all believe in. But I guess she lying too, right? Yeah. Everybody lies but Eric. Alright, so now he fell out with Patrick. Okay, now he ain't got to split the money with Patrick. Alright, and guess what? Guess who goes back to Georgia with the money that he admitted that he's got. And he says he gonna open up a trust. We ain't seen the trust yet, but we do got it. We have it proven that he took the money to Georgia. That's another FBI federal crime, taking money across state lines again. So, and what I love this, because the FBI are way better than your local police. Yeah, see, Patrick is going to have to face the okay, so Patrick and Erickson fell out. Patrick here went back with the money. So and he wants to get on a live and talk about, oh, Eric cut comments off. I can't look at that. You think people ain't going to hold you accountable? You just turn around, come to West Virginia, not invited. You wasn't invited, especially not the first time by the Whitakers. But you came up there, and that's where I blame Patrick for not keeping your snake behind away from the Whitakers. And I ain't gonna say away from them. Like, if y'all have came through there and just scammed them, you know what? It'd have been one thing. You mean, you probably, get the FBI still put on you, but at least that family wouldn't be broken up. And not on top of that, I ain't worried about you snaking Patrick, because you know what? A snake is going to get snaked. Just like King Snake. He eat other snakes. So, you know what? That don't surprise me. And you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Both y'all deserve it. You gonna get yours too. You got yours coming too, Eric. But the FBI gonna do you. Alright? But not only do you snake him, but you sit there and bash Betty, who after raising them three I'm just gonna say hard to raise individuals, and you gotta remember Freddie She was doing Freddie too now before Freddie died. I think he died in 2013 or whatever, but I don't know. But she had her hand for a whole life, man. Dedicated a whole life to take care of them less fortunate siblings. For you to come there and bash her, man? Yeah, she lies. Okay, she lies. But guess what? You lied too, man. You lied. Not only have I showed proof where you lied, and all I did was show where you said this and you turn around and said this. And then people say, oh, I ain't got no proof. How I ain't got no proof when I'm showing videos or I'm reminding people? If they don't believe me, say in the comment, okay, y'all didn't see where where Eric said that the Whitakers are going to get 100% of donations. Okay, did y'all see where he said he ain't taking no donations until he has a trust set up and Amish come in to control the donations to build a house? Did y'all not hear that? Okay. Did he not start taking donations before that? He even asked for donation for Airbnb. Guess what? A trust still ain't made. He still ain't got a trust yet. Where's the Amish? There's no proof of no Amish. Just because he said that? He said a lot of stuff. So, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that, oh, he just changed his mind? Huh. Alright. So, he bashed that woman. And then bashed Larry for taking up for his daughter. And I don't believe he stole gas. I believe they set him up. They did that so they could get some footage of him doing something that they could make out to be bad, so they could get the people to turn on him. Now, guess what? It's okay for them to keep the money because state took the other three. Y'all bashing Larry and Betty. He done snaked out Patrick. Y'all believed him, but that Patrick got a record, and none of y'all ever seen Patrick's record. If y'all did, put in the comment you seen it, and tell me what the charge was. And then guess what? I know how to pull up a rap sheet. I sure do. And I pull it up. And if it ain't what you say it is, I'm gonna call you out. But I ain't got time to, I ain't accused nobody of having no record, this, that, and third. I don't care regardless. But if a man accuses somebody of having a record, he's got to show that. Where I'm from, he got to show that. If he accused him of being a snitch, he got to show where he snitched. Well, if you accused of me having a SA charge, you got to show that, boy. Or I'm coming to Georgia. Show him. Patrick better man than me. I promise you. You had to show that, or me and you gonna go to the mud like grown men, boy. Show him. But you ain't showed nothing that you stuff you said you ain't showed, man. Alright. Other than lying to back the family up, or it's funny because y'all say Betty just lies about this and that third, but see, for y'all that don't believe me and going with Eric, this don't really, it don't mean that much to y'all. But for y'all that sees through the smoke screen and know that Eric got that woman to lie and turn around and bash her for lying, now she turned around and said that BJ didn't hit Timmy. So which one is it? Do y'all believe y'all believe her when she said he hit? She hit him. Now, since y'all believe her word, do y'all believe that? Guess what? She said the wrong thing, that BJ didn't hit him. I don't know. The FBI gonna find out. They're gonna find out. I promise you, they're gonna find out. They're gonna get the bottom of this. And whoever's wrong is gonna pay. They're gonna pay. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, y'all got an innocent man locked up. Eric's an innocent man. He locked up. He didn't do nothing but good for the family. Because y'all going to believe him or the FBI. I know y'all are. I know y'all are, man. Y'all so hypnotized. But guess what? I understand. I expect that because a con man knows how to fool a fool. Listen what I said. A con man knows how to fool a fool. But guess what? The educated independent man can stand on his own 2 feet and think for itself and can see a lie coming a mile away. So my hat goes off to y'all out there that sees through the smoke screen like myself, and for the one that donated and sees the truth now and regrets it. Listen, man, I respect y'all, because it takes a man or a woman to admit when they wrong, they had made a bad decision, and they gave their money to the wrong person. He's a wolf in sheep's clothes. I don't get gratitude for rubbing it in to y'all who lost, your hard-earned money for trying to do something right, and come to find out y'all was able to wake up and see the truth, and now y'all admit it and y'all regret it. I tip my hat to y'all. That takes a special person, and salute to y'all. For y'all that is just hypnotized by Patrick and Eric, but Eric is the biggest con in the world. For y'all that are still conned and just hypnotized by Eric, I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm serious, because y'all need prayer. If y'all cannot see this writing on the wall, something wrong with y'all, man. I just gave you examples of the way he changed his stories, and I didn't make this up. It's on video. It's documented, man. I tell you what, Eric's people, y'all call him out right now. Tell him to put the money in a trust, like he said, for the Whitakers. And if he does that, I will not call the FBI. I won't call him. But in order to do that now, he's got to show the analytics of how much money they brought in from every platform and how much he has right now. And if he spent a little too much, if he admits to it and owns up to it, I can understand that. But if he sits there and ignores and act like he's smarter, or that he's going to get away with this after I get the FBI involved, he's going down, y'all. He is going down. I can promise you. Patrick, you might want to come clean about some things that you might know. Because I'm telling you, FBI will come knock on your door now. Whether they charge you or not, I don't know. You didn't go across state lines. However, you did assist the man and started the plan, hatched the plan, that even though it wasn't your plan to get them separated so you could have Timmy, but end up losing Timmy, so y'all can control all the content, even though you didn't mean it to go that way, you still had no plans on building that house. Because for one, the FBI want to know who the Amish is. They're going to want to know that, and they're going to do some investigation. And if you can find an Amish to lie for you, then you're a bad man. But not only they going to lie for you, but they're going to check them phone records. Yeah, they're going to check all that. The FBI, I'm telling you, when it comes to money like that, especially with handicapped people, oh yeah, if they ain't already investigating. And I'm telling you, they're going to put investigation on, and I promise you, they're going to find out the truth and where that money at. And y'all going to have to pay it back. You're going to get charged either way, because you broke the law. The best thing y'all better hope for is there's the Amish. They got phone records and proof to show, unlike y'all. Y'all got no, if you got proof, you ain't showed nothing. that he could show where there really was a plan to build a house and all this. I tell you what, also, where's the permits that y'all applied for? How much was the permits? Where's the receipt that y'all paid for the permits? Eric's people, at least ask him, where is the receipts for the permits? You can't build a house without permits. Where's the receipts for the permits? How many permits did you need? Yes. Who was on the deed of the house or the land that's going to be able to be the acting homeowner to be able to sign for your permits? So when they come and inspect it, it's up to you to call the inspections in. I'm an electrician. I know all about it. It's going to be up to the person that their name is on to call in for inspections. Where's all that at? Did you meet with inspectors? No. The answer is no. I know the answer. But I'm just telling you. Excuse me, y'all. That was rude. But I'm telling you this investigation, this is what they're going to know. This is what they want to know. And you ain't showing us this on the screen, but you're going to show them. If not, guess what? You're going to jail. Period. If you ain't got nothing to show, you're going to jail. It ain't like YouTube where you get on there and tell the people, and guess what? The people believe you because you said you were transparent, even though you ain't show them. You got people brainwashed. No, the feds don't play like that. They want to see some documentation. They're going to check the phone records, the calls you made on certain dates. They're going to see that you went down there and tried to get Timmy. And that they're going to find out the allegations that BJ is false. And Pro Eric's, I'm telling you, they're going to find all this out and they're going to lock him up. Because he had conspiracy to commit fraud. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Conspiracy to commit a scheme. A scheming act over so much money. Felonies. Y'all are about to start getting some content on them. At least, it's probably going to be both of them, but guaranteed Eric in a jumpsuit. Yes, y'all is. Y'all going to get your content. Sure is. Y'all might well wait to BJ. Or BJ boyfriend for that copper. Y'all gonna be there. Yeah, you sure are. I done showed all you. If I laid it out like this, imagine what the FBI gonna lay out when they get all these records. And you telling everybody on the internet that they don't have Larry's the only one that has ID and a birth certificate, social security card. Nobody else has one. You don't know if they get one. Man, do you think we retarded, man? Right when you born, you are issued a social security card, you damn dummy. Who believes you, man, other than you Pro Erics? When you are born, you get a birth certificate and social security card. Everybody in America gets that. This ain't no third world country, man. They gonna look up there, and not only that, you gotta have that to get SSI benefits. Who do you think we are? Huh? And also, if they did lose them, guess what? I lost mine a bunch of times. You go down there, you give them your name, you tell them who your mom and daddy was, they made name. 5 minutes, you have a birth certificate. 5 minutes, you have a social security card. It's that easy now. So, man, for y'all that believe all that stuff, that's prime example right now of him lying, man. He know better than that. Supposedly he had all these stepdaughters because his first daughter he abandoned when she was in her mama's stomach, about to come out, and he abandoned his ex. And guess what? He ain't got a picture of his oldest daughter. Sure don't. She's 8 years old, y'all. Yep, that's right. But anyway, that's enough of this. Eric, I'm about to contact the FBI.
they're going to make you pay that money back. They sure are. And I'm going to tell you something. You better believe something. The truth is going to stay on your neck. And Patrick, I don't like either one of y'all. Y'all both scum. But Eric, you the worst scum of them all. At least Patrick is giving Betty and Larry somewhere to go if they need it. See, Patrick wasn't that bad whenever you needed him to get in on that money. But after you didn't need him no more, guess what? Phew. And that's him being a dummy. He's a big dummy. He had the content all to himself. All he had to do is Google content creator and hire somebody to help him. But no, you had him fooled about dad talk. I bet you if he knew about your daughter, he wouldn't have contacted you. But you knew about his daughter, you probably wouldn't have contacted him. And all this about another thing. Talking about you was in too deep. No, you wasn't. The very first trip you come down here, you said you found out about him robbing that old woman. You wasn't in too deep. Any man of God and any man of transparency would have turned around and went back to Georgia and forgot all about him. But no, guess what? You greedy. The plan wasn't, you needed that plan to be done. You needed him to get in on the content first. Get in good. And then you didn't need no more. But at the time you needed him. That's why you turned your head to a scumbag that robbed an old woman. If he did it, I don't know. You might be lying. As a matter of fact, I don't even believe you. If he did it, he's a scumbag. But I'm just telling you what you said. So now, as Eric fan, I would be asking you, why did you co-sign that? Why you allow that, Eric? It wasn't your second, third trip. It was your first trip. You wasn't in too deep. You could have went back home. You could cut ties. But no, they are so brainwashed and hypnotized that they believe when you said, oh, I was in too deep and all that. I don't care how deep you was in. Right, wrong. That showed right there that you will sell your soul for a price. Sure will. That's why I know, and the FBI are going to find out that you committed a fraud intentionally. There was no house. And you're going to do more than pay that money back. It's going to be restitution. You're going to jail. Sure is. So have fun. You better get on the internet and do some more bashing. It ain't going to be long. You ain't going to be on a cell phone when the FBI get a hold of you. You're going to jail, boy. And for everybody else that, you know, that's not brainwashed, that sees through the smoke screen like myself, y'all comment, write in the comments, and tell Eric that the FBI is coming for him. And for the ones that are pro Eric, y'all better go ahead and go to Georgia, find him, and give him a hug and all that, because y'all about to be his pen pals. But anyway, for y'all that's riding with me, I appreciate it. We're going to turn it up. We're going to keep our foot on their neck. And the Whitakers, y'all going to get what y'all deserve. And Betty and Larry, we forgive you. Y'all said a couple lies, but guess what? We all do. You ain't perfect and we ain't perfect. And Eric and Patrick are the only people perfect in the world that they think. And they think they're the smartest in the world, but guess what? Oh, Eric done got him and Patrick locked up because the FBI's coming. You remember that song? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys? Yeah. Okay. That's what's gonna happen. Don't be surprised when you go to sleep tonight and that's what you hear. This is Truth _100 and we out.